Hi, I'm Carrie Leland, registered dietitian with Inbalance Nutrition and the Foxhall Foundation. So today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite smoothie recipes. Personally, I love smoothies because they're quick and easy to prepare and they're full of fiber and nutrients. And I think they're a great breakfast or snack option when you've got a limited time. I actually like to prepare several days worth of smoothies at once, so 3 or 4 servings. And I like to store them in my refrigerator in a glass jar. Any glass jar with a lid will work. Even a mason jar is a great option. And I find that they keep really well in the refrigerator for about 3 or 4 days. And it's even more time saving to do it that way because you're not having to get out all of the ingredients for your smoothie every morning. So it can simplify our morning routine even a little bit more. I also like to use frozen fruit for my smoothies. So there's always the option of using fresh fruit, but then you have to add ice if you want to get that true smoothie consistency. And I find that adding ice dilutes the flavor of the smoothie. So I find that I get a more concentrated flavor when I'm using frozen fruit. The other benefits of frozen fruit is that you can always get your favorite fruits in season. And it's also a lot more inexpensive than purchasing fresh fruit. So I find that frozen fruit is the way to go when we're talking about smoothies. So the first thing that I like to add to my blender when I'm making a smoothie is the liquid. So this just makes life easier for your blender. It doesn't have to work so hard to chop up that frozen fruit when it's got that liquid to sort of help things out at the bottom. So I use either cow's milk or plant milk, whatever I have on hand. I like that sort of creamy consistency that it lends to my smoothie. Juice is another option, although I will caution anyone who's following a low carbohydrate diet for prediabetes or diabetes. We're already getting a significant amount of carbohydrate in the fruit that we're adding to our smoothies, and that carbohydrate is coming along with good fiber that's going to help with keeping blood sugar stable. So adding that juice is going to add a significant amount of carbohydrate that we really don't need or want if we're following a low carbohydrate diet. So for those of us following a low carbohydrate diet, milk, plant milk, or even water is a great liquid alternative. So I'm gonna add about 1.5 cups of liquid to my blender. I have oat milk on hand today, so that's what I'm using. Okay, the next thing I wanna add is a type of fruit that is going to add a little bit of creaminess and thickness to my smoothie. So there's a few options for that. Bananas are a great way to thicken up a smoothie. Mango is also a great way to thicken up a smoothie, and I have both of those items that are going into my smoothie today. If you cannot do bananas, if you're allergic, if you don't care for them, an avocado is another great way to add sort of that thick and creamy consistency to your smoothie. Today, I'm gonna be using a banana. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can actually use and eat the peel of a banana. Now, banana peels are pretty bitter and they're pretty tough. So generally we're not just going to be eating them, but they do go perfectly in a smoothie where things are gonna get blenderized. And the banana peel is an excellent source of not only nutrients, but of a type of starch called resistant starch. So resistant starch resists digestion in your GI tract. So it makes it all the way to your large intestine, where it sort of helps to promote the growth of those good bacteria, which help to keep your gut healthy and also help to protect your immune system. So what I like to do is make sure that I've given my banana a good wash, and then I just cut it up into little slices, and I keep the peel right on. And I throw it right into my blender. We're a good source of resistant starch. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna add is some mango, and I find that this gives the smoothie, again, a little bit more creaminess, since I do love a creamy smoothie. It's also really high in vitamin A. It's a great source of magnesium and vitamin C, so lots of really great nutrients in our mango. So I've got about 1.5 cups of mango here. Now, again, as I said, I am making several days worth of smoothies here. So if you're looking for just an individual serving, You can always cut this in half or even cut it down a little bit further. So the next thing I'm gonna add is some chopped zucchini. I love zucchini for smoothies because it has a really mild flavor. So you're not gonna get a big taste of zucchini in the smoothie, but you're gonna get all the benefits from the fiber and the nutrients. So about one small zucchini chopped up here, maybe about a cup of zucchini, a little bit less. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna add to the smoothie is some pineapple. Now I happen to have fresh pineapple on hand today, but most of the time I am ultimately using frozen pineapple. So again, pineapple is a great source of nutrients, particularly B vitamins and magnesium and vitamin A. Okay, and the last of our fruits and vegetables that I'm going to add today is some frozen spinach. I like to include a leafy green vegetable in all of my smoothies because they are packed full of vitamins like vitamin K, they're packed full of iron, they're a great source of fiber, and sometimes we don't quite get enough into our diet. So I find that smoothies are a particularly good way to add green leafy vegetables to my diet and the diet of the people in my family who also don't like to eat a whole lot of green leafy vegetables. So I'm adding about a cup of frozen spinach here into my smoothie. And then the last thing I like to add is a source of protein into my smoothie. And this just helps me to feel a little bit more satisfied. It gives the smoothie a little bit more staying power. It makes me feel full for longer. So a few different options when it comes to protein, adding protein to the smoothie. So I like to use a protein powder, a flavored protein powder like vanilla gives it a little bit of sweetness. So that's one option. The other option for protein is a plain Greek yogurt, which is again going to give a little bit of creaminess and also a little bit of protein. Or you can go with something like a nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever's your favorite. So adding a couple of tablespoons of a nut butter will give you that protein. And also, in the case of the nut butter, some good healthy fat, which will also help to keep you feeling full for longer. If you're looking to add additional sources of healthy fat, you can use things like flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seeds, which are all great sources of those essential fatty acids that we talked about during our lesson on fats. All right, so I'm gonna use just some protein powder today. And because I'm making about 3 or 4 smoothies, I'm gonna add a couple of scoops full. All right, and then it's time to blend. So I like to let my smoothie blend for about 1 minute so it gets that really creamy consistency. And while your smoothie is blending, if you feel like the consistency is a little too thick, you can always add a little bit more liquid. If you feel like it's a little too thin, you can always add a little bit more fruit. So smoothies are sort of really easy. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just about picking the things you like and getting it to the consistency you like. Any combination of fruit and vegetable is going to give you the benefits of those different vitamins and minerals and fiber. All right, and as you can see here, beautiful green color and a nice smooth consistency. Delicious. Tastes very fresh and tropical, a perfect breakfast for these warming temperatures. A great way to start the day. So if you are interested in seeing the recipe for the smoothie or learning any more about the services that I offer at Inbalanced Nutrition, please visit my website at liveinbalancenutrition.com, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.